This is going to be a video explaining how to do one of the really complicated ones at the end of the 7.2 Aplia assignment. And I want to try a different one here besides this one. See what we get. See if I can't get one with double negation or something goofy. This one looks kind of goofy. I'm going to give one more crack here and see what they give me as a last attempt. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Yeah, I'm interested to see how this goes. I don't think we have rules in play that are going to allow me to do this, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so let's take a look here at number 9. I'm a little concerned about this. We have a conjunction of a conjunction, and then I also have this biconditional. I think I'm gonna have to use addition on something to get this in here, and then use disjunctive syllogism to pull it out, and then try to use conjunction to get that on here. Because at this point, I have no way to get to a biconditional other than just adding it with addition. This also looks like I'm gonna have to do addition on some stuff because these are not already in the argument. So I'm looking at this thinking I have to do a lot of addition to try to get something to go here. So let's see what we can get. First things first, I'm going to add a line. I don't really have a great strategy for this other than thinking I need addition at some point to get if, or to get f then p. So I'm going to just do that already and see if I can get this. Actually, let me pump the brakes. Let me try this first. I have at line 1 and at line 2, I can use constructive dilemma. I'm going to do that because it seems like it shouldn't be there if I'm not going to use it. So let's try constructive dilemma. And from that, what constructive dilemma tells me to do is take the conjunction of two conditionals, which I have. If you have a disjunction of their antecedents, which I also have, you can get a disjunction of their consequence. So I'm going to get T or not U. All right, I think this is actually going to be pretty good. They really tried to throw me, but we can work through it. Okay, check that. Okay. So now we have this at line 4. I can nicely do a disjunctive syllogism to pull out not you. So let's try that. Okay, not you. And that came from lines 3 and 4. And that was disjunctive syllogism. All right, cool. This can be useful to me now. Potentially. We'll have to see. I'm going to add, I think, yeah, I want to add this and see if that's going to be valuable, although maybe not. I know I need to add this, and because M's not already in here, I'm also going to have to get that via addition. Not E is also not in here, so I also have to get that via addition. So there's going to be some really wonky additions where I need to keep getting additions, get disjunctive syllogism to pull out the part that I want, that I've added. So what that means is, when I'm looking at this, I need to get a case where I have a piece I can add to and then immediately do disjunctive syllogism to it. I'm trying to figure out how that's going to fly. This not used, not useful to me. Yeah. Okay, maybe this will work. I don't. We'll see. Let's try this. This one is actually pretty tough. I'm having a struggle coming up with a strategy here. So I'm going to throw a rule at it. I'm going to take 1 and pull the left side of this conjunction apart, right, with simplification to get if j then t, use not t to try to get not j, and see if that's going to be valuable to a. Okay, perfect, that's going to work. All right, now I'm starting to see it. The wheels are starting to turn. So let's do if j then t, and that's going to come from line 1 with simplification. I'm just pulling out the left side of my conjunction. Cool. Now I'm going to do modus tollens on 3 and 6 to get not j. And that was 3 and 6, modus tollens. Checker. Okay. I'm starting to see how this is going to go. Now I can get t, right? And I'm going to have not t, so this is going to be useful to me. Once I get t and not t, I can do a lot of addition to get things that I want. So let's do now at line 8, let's get t. And that came from 2 and 3, disjunctive syllogism. That not 2 and 3, you goofball. 2 and 7. Nice, that check feature. All right, now I got t and not t. What that means, whenever I get something like this, where I have one thing being both true and false in my argument, that's actually kind of a logical problem. That's a self-contradiction. But for purposes of this proof, what that allows me to do is use addition to really get anything I want to go in the argument at that point. Like, I can get to this stuff just using addition now. So here's how this is going to go. So first things first, I'm going to add as a line at t, I'm going to add 2t. You know what? I'm going to do the whole thing. Let's just do this and see if the program lets me run it. Because really, you can add anything you want. So I'm going to put this in brackets and do. I could try to do like piece by piece, but I'm going to see if it'll let me do the whole thing. Let's just go for the whole tamale. All right, so put that. There we go. And then with that, open parentheses, F triple par P, close them off, bracket it. Okay, oh, wrong bracket. There we go. Okay, so this takes a little know-how about how to use the brackets. If you weren't comfortable with that, my suggestion would be to just take this side of it first, add that with addition, and then pull it out. And you'll see, I'll go back and do that after this. I'm just going to see if this works first. So now I have this, and what this is just one thing. This is 8 addition. And checks out. Cool. So now what I'm going to do at line 9 is I'm going to use disjunctive syllogism, 3 and 9, and just pull out the left side, which is what I want for my conclusion. So let's do 3, 9, disjunctive syllogism, which says if one side of this is false, then the other side's got to be true. So let's get the whole thing we wanted. So if m and not e, and also F triple bar P. Check, and I'm done. Okay, so that's the shortest way to do this. You can do this proof in however many lines I have there. And actually, some of the stuff I didn't need looking back at this. Now, like lines 4 and 5, those were not super useful to me. This not you didn't ever do anything again. So, looking back, there was a kind of dead end here with 4 and 5. What I really needed to do was get this, get not J from 3 and 6, and then I was off to the races because I could get T and not T. All right, let me show you how you could have done this instead if you didn't see, like, I'm going to add this whole thing. So take line 8, and I'm going to add to 8, use 8 addition again, and I'm going to do it piece by piece. Let's do addition, and I'm going to add just this piece. So I'm going to do T or M and not E, close her off. Check it. Okay, that's something I can do. And I can now pull this out. M and not E, using disjunctive syllogism on 3 and 11. Check it. Okay, so there's one piece of this that I now have. So, and at that point I should have realized how this was going to work. If I didn't see this addition move, I was never going to get this. But now that I've seen it, it's like, okay, here's one side of my conjunction. I just need to get the other side, and then I can add them together or put them together with the conjunction rule. So now let's do addition one more time. Do 8 addition, and we're going to do T and get the other side now, which is or F triple bar P, close our parentheses, and that was from 8 addition. Right, note I'm using addition a lot, and on the same line. That's fine, nothing says I can't. And now I want to pull out the right side with disjunctive syllogism again, so now let's do 3 and 13. Disjunctive syllogism gives me, disjunctive syllogism. F triple bar P, check. Okay. And at this point, I would now add 12 and 14 together. So, and here I would have to put the parentheses back, which is good because I need them for the conclusion. So M, N not E, and, because I'm using the conjunction rule to put two pieces I already have, two lines together using conjunction. So at line 12 I have this, at line 14 I have this. I'm going to put them together with conjunction and use parentheses to let my reader and myself know the main operator is a conjunction. And that was from 12 and 14 using the conjunction rule. Check it. Okay, that's another way to do this proof. If instead of it 9 you added the whole thing, you wanted to do it piece by piece, that's also possible. And either way, you're going to get the credit for this particular one. So that one was tough. I'm not going to lie. That really threw me at the beginning about how we were going to go about it. I knew I needed to do addition, but it wasn't clear how I was going to get it. It took some doing, but got it done in under, or about 10 minutes or so. So hopefully you found that useful. That's 7.2 stuff. Stay tuned for more videos for 7.3.